In this episode, we're going to be talking about the new generation GSXR600, some of the differences that they've made over the years, and just what it's like to actually ride one of the newer ones. I personally have never been a huge fan of the GSXR600s.
But I gotta say, this new GSXR600, it is nice.
Honestly, how many wins do they have? 12 championship wins in 17 years? So what are some of the big key changes in the new GSXR600 compared to an older model? The model has relatively stayed unchanged since 2011. There's really only 3 key differences that they made improvements on, which is the throttle bodies, slightly better optimized for fuel flow and airflow. And then we also have a new charging system. The older ones, like early 2000s, were just plagued with those electrical problems. And then we also have power modes now coming to the GSXR600. You have 2 power modes and 2 fuel maps essentially to choose from. And basically it would be like a rain mode and then a full power mode that you can choose from. The claimed horsepower is about 120 horsepower is what Suzuki claims, but we're seeing probably about 105 at the wheel and 412 pounds total wet weight. Those aren't too bad figures. 104 is, yeah, a little bit low, but honestly, every bike is now so restricted with emissions, so I'm sure there's a lot of potential to be had out of these GSXR600s these days. And in fact, that's what surprised me the most when riding one of the newer ones, was just how the acceleration felt and how the bike put down power, how light it was and how nimble it was. It just felt so good. It's the same suspension setup that they've been using for quite some time, and the same suspension setup you see on a lot of bikes now from Showa. So it's a good suspension setup. They have a nice set of Brembo 4-piston calipers up front. It's not the top tier like M50 calipers, but it is still a really nice Brembo system from the factory, which is kind of cool. So what really caught my eye back in 2012, if I do recall correctly, Suzuki won quite a few national championships with the GSXR600. Suzuki's been very heavily into racing in the past several years, and they've been dominating. And in fact, what also caught my eye in the past, two years really, with the GSXR600 was how well it did in Moto America racing. In 2021, that season with Sean Dillon Kelly and Richie Escalante going at it, the GSXR600 and the ZX6R was just phenomenal to watch. And when you see a race team be able to develop a bike like that and to be able to compete so closely with one another, you can really tell that they have a strong platform underneath there. Like, the Suzuki has developed a really strong, competitive 600cc bike. Honestly, if you haven't actually checked out Moto America racing before and you're not subscribed to the Moto America Plus series, like their live streaming stuff, you should really check that out. If you like motorcycles, you're gonna love watching the racing here in the States. It's really competitive, and you get to see a lot of up-and-coming riders, like, for instance, Sean Dillon Kelly, who is now racing in Moto 2. So it is really cool. Definitely, you should check that out after this video, or check out actually some of our other videos. Then check out some of their stuff. Okay, just a quick sidebar there. Not only that, I do know Suzuki also has dominated in the past decade with endurance racing. If you're able to perform really well in endurance racing, and teams are competitive in endurance racing, are able to just consistently win, that again just goes to show you that Suzuki's been developing some great bikes over the past couple of years, and it should not be taken lightly. It's something that I've always tossed to the side, like GSXRs, whatever, I'm a Cowie man, but they're pretty tight, honestly. How many wins do they have? 12 championship wins in 17 years? Holy crap. 19 overall 24-hour endurance races? What? That's a lot of wins. Holy crap. I didn't know they won that many 24-hour. Now that's with the Gixxer 1000, but like still, god dang. Should I go buy a Gixxer 1000? Should I get a Gixxer 1000? I don't know, I'm starting to convince myself. They are pretty cool. Well, Suzuki, you did it. I'm convinced I need to get a Gixxer 1000 now. That's pretty convincing, honestly. But what does that mean for the street? How does that translate to the street? They've been doing really well, not only in endurance racing and in other local championships as well, but also MotoGP. Sadly, Suzuki did leave MotoGP this past year, or for 2023 season, but still that just means that, you know, they've just stepping back for a little bit, and I'm sure they'll be back in racing eventually. But they've developed everything that they need to develop. They're like, nope, we got some great bikes, and what else can we do with them right now? I think that's why they kind of stepped back from the racing scene. But well, how does that translate to the street? You can definitely tell that doing all these championships, winning all these championships, translates down to how the bike feels on the road. When I was riding this bike, the acceleration felt so good. The power came on so good. It was very smooth. It wasn't abrupt or twitchy or anything like that. And there was just plenty of power on tap for a 600. I was kind of shocked. I was, at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I like it. I like it. I like you. It's okay. I was never a huge fan, but yeah, I got the eye of it. Yeah. So that brings us to our final thoughts of the Gixxer 600. It is a great bike. You can't go wrong with it. In my opinion, currently on the market today, because the R6 is just not there, it is between the Gixxer 600 and the ZX6R that I would personally probably look at purchasing. The Gixxer 600 price point, a little bit more expensive, starting at $11,700. And I think they have a ABS version. No, they don't. No, they don't. Sorry, my bad. They don't have an ABS version. Just Kawasaki does. I think really the only two things that I found that were lacking with this bike and the new models would be the fact that no ABS option, and well, actually there's maybe three things. No ABS option, a quick shifter from the factory would be nice. The new 636 comes with a quick shifter now, so quick shifter from the factory would be nice to see. If you could throw in an auto blipper, that would be even better at that point. So auto blipping would be cool to see. And then the color schemes. It's not a big deal, I know, but I mean, you have to admit, the one here to my left, woof, she is hot, gorgeous compared to what they have now. The new color schemes for 2023, they're not very good. Suzuki needs to keep making this color scheme for like ever. They just need to make it forever. Let us know if you agree with that down in the comments below. If you like this video, check out some of our other videos, like I said before. Get subscribed, give us a like, let us know how we did. And also, while you're down there, check out our gear website and parts website. We sell gear and stuff online. You can get helmets, jackets, gloves, exhaust system, tires, oils, all kinds of stuff for your bike down in the description below. And cool casual apparel like this awesome hoodie that I have now converted to a Gixxer fan. So yeah, check those things out, and we'll see you guys in the next video.